Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Adams, and this video is going to be maybe boring for some people. And it's designed to actually get some of the notes I took in September in San Diego at High Performance Academy hosted, and the guest speaker there was Brendon Burchard. So these notes that I got are actually in my journal here. And I consider this journal worth a lot, so I'm going to get right into it. Even at the beginning, when I open it right at the front, it goes my 3 questions. So I have my 3 questions, and I have these in my phone, on my iWatch. They pop up everywhere. The question is, I have 3 questions. It's, am I open? Am I one with God? Have I walked with faith today? And have I invested in myself? Okay, so those are my first questions I ask myself all the time throughout. That's a question that I ask myself daily. You know, Brendon Burchard's are, did I live, did I love, did I matter? So he asks you to formulate your own 3 questions. I built these questions at the beginning of January 2016, and I'll be going through a good amount, like a chunk of journal, about that much. So my objective is just to get through it and just have some of the key ideas. Now, if you yourself don't get anything from this, great. There's some people that may really get a lot from this video, and even if nobody does, I myself will create this video talking to myself so that when I replay it in my car or something like that, here I know at the 1 minute and 40-second mark, I can start reviewing some of the key ideas, because these ideas are pretty powerful. So the next one, it's 3 words, three words to describe yourself. So what 3 words would you use to describe yourself? Mine are evolving, enlightened, loving. Okay, and so those 3 words, I wake up in the morning and I say those 3 words, or I'll say them throughout anytime I want to frame what it is that I'm experiencing in my life and what I want my life to be headed into. Those are my words that I want to grow into and continue emulating. He started out by saying, man, y'all came in with so much joy. You must have had your vitamin D. So have vitamin D. And I've been doing that for a while now, for several years, but it was cool that he said that. He said, one breakthrough can give you a new habit that can be the habit that is groundbreaking. So the key is to build your life around key habits. It could be like, I make videos. This year I've been making a lot of videos. That's a new habit. It could be working out. It could be anything. Common sense sometimes is not common practice. And one of the reasons I like Brendon Burchard is he says that so much. So he says, we're not going to go over where you suck. You know how you suck in the ways that you suck. But so set your day up so you can be here. Work on yourself. He says you can get the key ideas and you're open. All of a sudden you're open, and then bam, it hits you, a breakthrough. Okay. So bring joy into the challenges. Bring joy, not fear. Key takeaway there. And then he said, I'm going to give you more access to the joy you have already accessed in your life. Just more access. And I think that was key, because so developing, we sometimes forget that we've already experienced great joy. Sometimes we just fall into these ruts where we have these new habits that came out of nowhere, bad habits, and the idea is to access better habits to get more access to the joy we've already had. Next idea, neuroplasticity is a new thing. This has been proven in 2006. So neuroplasticity is some of the key ideas that let us know that we can train our brain just like a muscle. I'll give you an idea. Real confidence, next idea, is the ability to figure things out. Here's how real confidence sounds. I believe in my ability to figure things out. That's real confidence. Your job is to figure things out, not predict the future. Okay? There is initial success, and then there is high performance. Okay? So in other words, I've already hit a certain levels in my life where I've had good successes and then pitfalls. So a high performer looks at that, recalculates, recalibrates, refigures out how to evolve. That's the next level. Okay, so there's initial success, and then there's high performance, which is not just a fluke kind of a thing. I'm going to skip this page here, but just to keep in mind that there was a point where Brennan was suicidal, and he grew to be Brennan Burchard. He said that he knew his questions right there where he went through a car accident. Next idea, the power of intention breaks the cage. Okay, the power of intention breaks the cage. Now, question is, he asked the question, well, what are you most grateful for? And I answered, my commitment to God, my family in good health. My mom was in an accident this year. I was very grateful for her living, and growth in my career. Okay, what needs to change in your life? And what skill would I need to get there? And so one of my skills is creating good videos, marketing, just increasing the overall scale of my business. Humans are sharing machines. In other words, know that we, as humans, we sometimes forget that the most important aspect is that we as species love to share. Okay, like even me, what am I doing now? I'm sharing. And this is before I read this. I like to share. Okay, some things people are grateful for. Okay, understand that alignment is important. You can have everything you want in life, but if it's not in alignment with who you really truly want to be at your core, then it's not going to fulfill you. So to get fulfillment, there has to be a sense of alignment with what you do. Like these videos add a level of fulfillment to me because it's helping me utilize all my skills or everything, you know. There was the framework that he used, which was, and you could get this one, I actually go into this one in detail at evolutiontraining.net, so I'll leave that one open, but he produces a framework for which to see what area you need to focus on, okay? Understand, next idea, that ambitions are everything. In other words, you cannot apologize for your ambitions, and understand and that ambitions drive everything, including even getting better in meditation. That's an ambition as well, for example. Okay, your past says nothing about your potential. In other words, you can let go of the past and keep growing and growing and pushing and making the best out of yourself. You can do that. Okay, who do you have to become to serve at the next level? Okay, that's a question he asks. Don't fear what you don't know, because you can grow. Those are all ideas. In other words, growth, embrace learning new skills, embrace adapting, embrace neuroplasticity, the habitual aspect of growing. So Brendan's very much into that, and so am I. So, what's the thing that keeps you down? Okay, in other words, like, let's say right now, I understand that this video won't make it per se like to 1 million views or 2 million views. That's okay. It's like sometimes people look at their circumstances and say that's my glass ceiling, when in reality it's just a one metric. You can keep going past it. So what's your glass ceiling? What's keeping you down? You have to access your ambitions every day. I found that one interesting because sometimes we don't feel what we want. We don't let our ambitions drive us. We don't let we don't access our ambitions as much. So have the intention to be more present. That's another idea. He said this: if something happens every day and you're still complaining and bitching, you need to bring meaning to the moment. So again, we're just 8 minutes in, and this is already getting we're still plenty to go. Only two things. This is Brandon's big one. Only two things can change your life: something new comes into your life, or something new comes from within. Something new comes into your life, or something new comes from within. Okay. All right. He said, have your Sunday habits. If you don't have your Sunday habits, you're not even playing the game yet. You're not even in the game. Okay. Brandon has 3 questions. He says, in the shower, he asks himself, what can I be excited about today? What today can stress me out, and how will I handle it? And who can I surprise today? Those are his 3 questions that he asked in the shower. I thought those were pretty cool. May adopt those. Self-talk. He's really big into self-talk, and I've worked with self-talk a lot over the course of 10 years, and I can tell you the days when I'm really into self-talk versus the days I'm not, there's a big difference. And it takes a while to really start seeing the difference. Sometimes you might slack off on it, and then you start having a contrast. So even when things are going good because of self-talk, you may not even realize it. Like everything else, everything is trainable, okay? That's another idea. Again, big into the neuroplasticity. Whatever is on your mind, you can move toward. Have humor in the way you handle challenges. It will connect you to the ambition. Have humor in the way you handle challenges. Okay, so in other words, and then things will go enough. I mean, it means things may not go perfect, but things will go enough, right? The girl that had remember the confidence loop? Allow yourself a new start. You know, that's a big one I've given myself. I gave myself forgiveness in 2016 this year for Christmas. Allow yourself a new start. That's a big one. The play is the reward, not the payoff. The play is the reward, not the payoff. So in other words, enjoy the process. Like, find yourself engaging, enjoying the process. Like, if you're not enjoying the process, you're stealing from yourself. So you have to understand that, okay? And next idea, it's the people that pull away from the game for the early reward who never embrace the struggle. So like, embrace the struggle. Like, just learn to embrace it. That's deep, right? If you'll think about it. He recommended the book The Strangest Secret. I got that one, wrote something down. I decided to architect the social network that I need to go to the next level. Brendon Burchard. Put effort into networking as much as you put into kicking people out of it. What would you tell yourself at 24? At 24, I would tell myself, buy a duplex or a fourplex, build your gym early, and meditate and learn marketing. Okay, that's what I would tell myself at 24. Some of my friends that day said, hey, have an invincible mindset. I would tell myself to do that and focus on one thing and analyze your why. Okay, so that's his big one there. All right. All right, we're moving on. Habits are not supposed to be easy. Habits are not supposed to be easy. In other words, good habits are not supposed to be easy. So again, just embrace the struggle thing. Like, I have a process to wake up for the day. Embrace that, okay? And understand that habits are not easy. Good habits are not easy, and understand that. Like, just know that going in, so that when you feel the struggle and you feel the kickback and you feel like your errors and your imperfections in them, okay, so that means you're doing great, right? Make it a habit to focus on how you influence somebody. In other words, you have to. One of Oprah's greatest aha moments is when she realized how her energy affects others. So that was a big Oprah moment, and I'm gonna give you some time to think about that, because that's Oprah saying that. Okay, so it's pretty deep. All right. Who could use a little more love on my team? Ask yourself that question. Courage. Is there an area of your life that you held back on? Is there an area of your life that you need more courage on? That was a big one for me, because I think in prospecting or introducing people to network marketing or anything, I think courage is the one thing that I held back on, and I'm really working on. But it's not that I don't have courage, as much as sometimes I don't exercise it to the degree I know I should and can. That's what I'll say, and that was a big takeaway from it. Long-term success is not correlated to advanced degree, okay? Long-term success is not correlated to advanced degrees. In other words, small increases in this area of high performance boost the overall high performance. In other words, understand that little improvements make a big difference overall as long as you keep them habitually. Courage is rewarded with progress, okay? When you lose clarity when you lose clarity is when you lose the questions of clarity. Okay, so understand what 3 words describe the best you, and that's where you came, the beginning I said about those 3 words. It's all about gaining that clarity and perspective. And as you can see, I mean, this is still going. I mean, damn. You have to tell yourself who to be. In other words, tell yourself who you're going to be. And this is different from what you may experience, because sometimes we want people to tell us who, but you have to design who you're going to be. That is part of your objective, your creative process, as an artist, as a person, as a human being, as a spiritual being. So affirmations, like I said, go back to that. Sometimes a lot of people, I think, in that room knew that, but sometimes we forget. Sometimes even if we build a habit for a while, for a decade, you could still sort of like start slumping. It's weird. Okay. Do you feel it's necessary to succeed at what you are doing? In other words, the need to succeed is so important, okay? You can have it all and lose your drive. You can lose your edge because you stopped focusing on why you are doing the thing. Okay, feel the hunger. Destiny thinking is higher than ambition. So those were all very key moments. I just hit them one after another. Okay. That was day one. That was day one. So it took me 15 minutes to cover day one. There was 4 days. Your job is not to win everyone over. It's to live your life. The next idea is, if I challenge myself to pick up people's energy when I enter a group of 3 or more. He challenges himself. Okay. Adventure. And then he had us grade ourselves on health, mission, intimate love, friends, hobbies, finances, and spirit. And I gave myself my grades: 9.4, 8, 7.6, 7, 5, 7, and 8. Okay. Less. You want to be interested in people. The people that are outliers are the ones that tried hard for a while. Okay. Understand that people that achieve great things put themselves in a position to really push for a long while. Okay. Finances are no different than any area of your life. Understand that. There are levers that move in every area. Okay. He said it's important to get your finances in order. Obviously, that's not news to anyone. Need to reach out. I had a low score on my hobbies. I need to get those up, and of course, improve my career and business. It's met some people there. We will never get motivation, he says. We have to generate it. So Brendan is big into generating joy, generating happiness. In other words, not letting things, and this is a big one. I understand it. I even train it. The thing is that sometimes when we're stuck in our wounds, in our trauma, in our low energy, in our bad diet or something, a lack of exercise, whatever it is, like, it's sometimes hard to get out of it. We need some kind of reminder sometimes, okay? What type of skill or attitude, belief can I exemplify to get what I deserve? In other words, what do you need to emulate, create, be, embody on every level, just to get what you actually really deserve in life? When you have a sticking point, ask yourself, what's the reason I can't be that way? If you don't believe it, you won't achieve it. So you have to have a level of belief resonating within you, and I've talked about this in my other videos. That's just the truth of it. All right, let me see. Motivation will come with motion. Another idea. Patience is a foundation of persistence. So you need to have patience in order to have persistence. And I guess I could tell you that from business. I've had my ups and downs, and sometimes you have to have patience to get to that boiling point within you, and in that quiet fire within you, that's where all the momentum starts stirring. Okay. Look at your attitudes in the areas where you are weak. Look at your attitudes in the areas where you are weak. Here